Hello and good morning, my friends. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, good day. My name is Briget Boyle, and I am glad to be here. It is Thursday morning, and we are here for the Vocal Vitamin. If you're tuning in, let me know where you're tuning in from, what your name is, and if you have any questions about anything I'm doing in this warm-up, please do put them in the chat. I do love interacting with folks. I'm here every Monday and Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. Before I get started, I want to say that this Sunday I'll be teaching a workshop on Zoom. So if you're interested, you could go to the unleashyourvoice.me website and sign up there. I'd love to have you. It's really fun to do these live workshops on Zoom. So I'll be teaching a beautiful song, and really looking forward to sharing that with you. And also after that, I am going to be having a little Zoom hangout with my patrons on Patreon. So if you're interested in joining that, you can go to patreon.com/Briget Boyle and sign up to support the work that I do and come and hang out with me. So hope you're having a good Thursday and that you're feeling grounded and centered. I know it's a little bit of an intense time, and I've been definitely feeling the weight of the last, week, the last year and a half, to be honest. But we're here, we're showing up, and I do still think that singing is one of the best things we can do for our spirits and for the world and for ourselves. So I'm glad you're here, and hey, Katya from Germany, welcome. So glad you're here. So let's just start by putting one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly, nice and low on the belly, and really feel your inhale come low into your lower hand. Breathe in and exhale. Really let that exhale sit. And then take another inhale. And exhale. Hey, Emily from Belgrade. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for joining. And then another inhale. This time let's release on a shh. Good. Nice inhale again. Slow inhale. And then again on a shh. I'm feeling drawn to say that I'm picturing an accordion and that nice sort of slow, when you're bringing the bellows in, that's kind of what it feels like as the air is coming out of your body. Awesome. Let's take one more breath in. And then we'll release on a sigh, a glissando sigh. Oh. Good. Now let's take the head in circles. If you feel any parts of your neck that need a little extra love, you can just hold there and breathe. Send your breath to that area. Otherwise, you can just keep going in circles. Let's do one more in this direction before we switch. And then switch directions. I had a little fall on Monday and I fell really kind of hard on my tailbone. Everything's fine. I'm not terribly hurt, but I'm definitely feeling it in my body. My body's like, be careful. So, roll your shoulders back. Really feel like the opening up in that chest area. Actually, putting your hands on your shoulders and rolling your elbows back is something we haven't done in a little while, so let's go ahead and do that. If you're sitting, really try to make sure that you're having a nice lifted torso. If you're standing, really feel your feet on the ground, center yourself over your hips, and then we'll bring the elbows forward And here, let's focus on opening the upper back, opening the shoulders, feeling the shoulder blades kind of come out. Good, and then we'll take the hands down and then just continue with just the shoulders. Awesome, now let's go ahead and scrunch the shoulders up to the neck and then release them. Good, let's do that one more time. Good, now a little chest pounding, bringing a little energy for today. I always like to sigh and try to make different sounds. Sometimes I like to yawn. It's a really nice way to warm up the voice, is yawning. Beautiful. Now let's hum and chew. Scrunch up the face a little bit. Now let's go meow, meow, meow. And then we'll bring ourselves into a little face massage moment, my favorite moments. So you can start right at the tip of your nose and do some circles, come out onto the sinuses, and then little circles into the jaw. Sometimes if you open your mouth as you're doing this, it can feel real good. Really relax the jaw. And then we'll come back to the sinuses and we'll do some tapping. Volume is rather low. Thank you for telling me. Is this better? Sorry about that. Let me get the other one up too. Check, check, check. Hopefully that's better. Let me also make sure I have the right microphone set up here. Yes, I do. Okay, let me know if that works, and I can also make it louder. Cool, now we're gonna pull our tongue out. Hey, Therese from Austria, glad you're here. Just in time for the tongue stretching moment. And then stretch your tongue up. Hi, Diane. Welcome. Glad you're here. Glad the sound is working for you. Roll your tongue on the inside of your mouth. Good. Now we're just going to really focus on bringing the resonance to the front of the lips. So we're just going to go and kind of move all over your range, wherever feels good. And then visualize the sound being right up in your mask. And then we'll open up into a ma. 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 Good. Now we're just going to hold up. Breathe in. And in between, what I want you to do is force the rest of the air out. Relax the air in. Force the rest of the air out. Relax it in. Force the air out. Relax it in. Force the air out. Relax it in. Now we're just going to keep going up. Breath in. relax your neck. Beautiful. Relax the air in, and then we'll take a nice glissando with horse lips. Beautiful. Great. So now we're just gonna on a we'll just do a nice fifth with staying on a It's a really good gentle way to start really getting up high in the chords. Don't forget to stay gentle. Relax your neck. See how your forehead's doing. Cool, now we're gonna stay here and we're gonna open up into a ah and we're gonna come down. Awesome. If you got down there, that was a D. And so much fun. Hello, Christy from Austin. Yes, yes, yes. We're doing good today. Cool. So now we're just gonna go ya. The idea here is to have a nice solid tone all the way through, nice and smooth, nice and supported, all those nice things. Here we go. I also want to say, if you're confused about what these numbers are here, these are the scale degrees, which indicate sort of where the notes sit within a scale. And if that feels even unfamiliar to you, don't even worry about it. Let's just sing. Let's go to yeah, 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 last one. Ya. Beautiful. Now let's take a nice glissando from up high in your range down to the bottom. And then hum and chew. I'm going to grab a little bit of water. I was working with a 14-year-old student yesterday at my new job. It's been really fun to get to work with a bunch of different kinds of people now. I'm teaching at a studio in Lafayette, California. And she was like, oh, those glissandos, they're so good for clearing everything out. And I was so happy because that's exactly why I always put them in there. I feel like glissandos are just a really nice way to sort of run some fresh water or fresh air over your cords and relax them. So I often do them if I'm feeling like I'm stressing my voice out, or if something, if I've just pushed a little too hard, I'll do a nice little glissando, often on a just that kind of thing, to kind of relax the cords. So why don't I just do that a little bit? Good. Now let's do glissandos on all the vowels. It's always a useful thing. Ma, me, me, mo, moo. Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna go into the mi-ya, mi-e, mi-o, mi-u exercise, working on breath again. And also, we're gonna do a whole step, and then a minor third, and then a major third. And I'll show you how it goes, and then we'll go into it. So we'll take one, the goal is to try to do everything on one breath, but as I showed you a great example last week, I was unable to make it through all of them on one breath. So what we're just trying to do is be really present with our breath capacity, and then also like know when it's time to take a breath and be able to take a nice, swift, deep, big breath. So take a breath in. Mi, ya, mi, e, mi, o, mi, u, mi, ya, mi, e, mi, o, mi, u, mi, ya, mi, e, mi, o, mi, u. Good. Breath in. Mi, ya, mi, e, mi, o, mi, u, mi, ya, mi, e, mi, o, mi, u, mi, ya, mi, e, mi, o, mi, u. Yeah, I'm unable to do it on one breath today again, but that's okay. We're just being present. We're building awareness of what we're experiencing in our voices. That's what I'm doing. Breathe in. Mi, ya, mi, e, mi, o, mi, u, mi, ya, mi, e, mi, o, mi, u, mi, ya, mi, e, mi, o, mi, u. Mi, ya, mi, e, mi, o, mi, u, mi, ya, mi, e, mi, o, mi, u, mi, ya, mi, e, mi, o, mi, u. Cool. So for me, what I just found is that when I put a little more resonance in the sound, I actually have a little bit more chance of making it to the end. I think before I was kind of like holding the air in, and that was not working. So that's something I'm going to try on this next one. Take a breath in. Mi, ya, mi, e, mi, o, mi, u, mi, ya, mi, e, mi, o, mi, u, mi, ya, mi, e, mi, o, mi, u. Cool. Almost made it. I'm glad I can experiment with these things with y'all. Hopefully this is exciting for you. It's fun for me. Okay, breath in. Mi, ya, mi, e, mi, o, mi, u, mi, breath in there because I was putting a little more resonance, a little more focus on the sound. Made it too. Yay! Awesome. We're all on the same, working it together. Oh, and Kathleen's here from Oregon and Annie from Palo Alto. Glad you're here. Thanks for showing up. I really appreciate all the support you all give me and that you keep coming to these wonderful experiences. I wanted to just do a little bit of whiny puppy, so just to kind of bring a little upper register in. So we're just gonna go up kind of in the mask and a little bit in the nose. Good, now let's go into a coo. Coo, 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 coo. And I just want to do one more little range exercise before we go into our sweet Bulgarian choral exercises. So here we're just going to go gee, 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 gee. Gee, 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 gee. Excuse me. Last one. Beautiful. Now take a nice glissando, clear that out. If that felt too high for you or challenging, no worries. It is a challenging exercise. Everything's fine. We're all just singing, doing the best we can. And great. So now I'm going to take us to our Bulgarian warm-up. And la 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 la. Let's do one with 3 parts. Let's say hello to Nicola Odipogori. Put this up there. Okay. So this one is in 11. So let's go through the rhythm first. The way Balkan rhythms are broken down is in 2s and 3s, or that's a nice way to think about it anyways. And so this one will go 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2. Quick, quick, long, quick, 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 long, quick, quick. Hopefully that makes sense. I have been taught with choral music that tiny sips of air are okay. Do you recommend this? Yeah, Diane, that's totally fine. Yeah. I think when you have time, hey Elena, oh, I'm so glad you're here. When you have time to take a nice big juicy breath, I recommend doing that for sure. But if you're singing something where you need to take little sips are great. But the action of it should be very relaxed. I see a lot of people kind of like breathing in this like really intense way, where I think it's a lot more effective if you're able to relax the air low into your body so that you can have more of it and you can come from a really supported place when you're heading into the next phrase. Hopefully that makes sense. And then when you're in a choral setting, you're also with other singers who are sip breathing or choral breathing. So it's these like smaller, maybe more often breaths. Which is totally fine. But the exercises where we're going through and we're singing these long, long things to try to get from the beginning to end on one breath, that just helps you kind of build your capacity. So that's what we work on. So let's do Nicola Odipogori. So this one goes like this. Nicola Odipogori, pogori odipita. If you've been with me for a while, you already probably know this one. I want to point out there's two other parts that go with it. There's the middle part, which is a drone. Nicola o di pogori, pogori o di pita. So that's just a single note all the way through. And then there's a bottom part. Nicola o di pogori, pogori o di pita. So I'm going to go over that last little phrase there. Pogori o di pita. Okay. Hi, someone in here is actually on my Twitch account is asking if they can request a song. This isn't really a performance. This is more of a warm-up with people. So if you want to sing something with me, you're welcome to. If you have something you would like me to learn and bring, maybe we can talk about it. Throw it in the chat. If I know it, then we can sing it. And if not, sorry, that's not what this stream is about. Okay, so let's go ahead and sing this all the way through. Nicola o di pogori, pogori o di pita. And now I'll sing the drone. Nicola o di pogori, pogori o di pita. Now I'm going to sing the bottom in this new key, so sing whichever part you'd like. Nicola o di pogori, pogori o di pita. Here, I'm going to go sing the melody and we're just going to keep going up. Nicola o di pogori, pogori o di pita. 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 Last one. Nicola o di pogori, pogori o di pita. Beautiful. Awesome, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. We've got a couple comments over here that I want to address. Somebody here is asking about my background in Balkan music. And so I want to just explain real quick. I went to a college in New Mexico where they had a Middle Eastern and Balkan music ensemble. So I went to the College of Santa Fe, which actually no longer exists, but I studied Middle Eastern and Balkan music, and I really fell in love with the Balkan singing traditions, particularly music from Bulgaria and Macedonia. Those are like my heart really feels connected to those places. And so I ended up attending a Balkan music and dance workshop, which is produced by an organization called the East European Folklife Center, eefc.org. They do, actually this weekend, tomorrow, they're they have a virtual Balkan camp that's going to be happening where they bring master musicians from all over the world onto the internet to teach music. It used to happen in person, and it will be happening in person again, hopefully next year, but with coronavirus, it had to become virtual. Anyways, so I studied there, I went to that camp, it was amazing. And then the year after that, I joined Kitka, which is a women's vocal ensemble that I love so dearly. I still sing with them. And so I've been singing with Kitka for, oh my God, since 2004, so quite a while. And I've been teaching music from the Balkans, and I've traveled there a few times. I've studied with a number of different master singers, and I'm also a songwriter. I write my own music in English, and I run a record label, so I kind of do a lot of things, but Balkan music has a really special place in my heart. I was in a band called Brass Menagerie for a really long time. We did music from Serbia and a little bit, anyways, it was just really great. And thank you for asking. I never really talk about my history of how I've discovered it, and so it means a lot to me to be able to share that with you. And we've come to the end of our warm-up. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here, for showing up. I'm here every Monday and every Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. And that song, Nikola, is, I believe it is part of a real choral piece. I've never actually heard the full piece, but I learned the melody from Tsvetanka Varimezova. Actually, at my first Balkan camp, I learned that melody as a warm-up, and she uses it as a choral warm-up, so all three parts are singing, and we use it to work on blend and to work on breath control and ornamentation and all that good stuff. So I just want to thank you so much for being here. If you'd like to support the work that I do, paypal.me/Briget Boyle or Venmo. I really appreciate any support that is offered. And no worries if you can't. I totally understand, times are strange. I also have an online course, unleashyourvoice.me, where we do a bunch of vocal exercises, and then I also teach repertoire from the Balkans, and actually also from the Caucasus region as well. I've taught a couple Georgian songs. So thank you so much, everyone, for showing up here and for being a part of my world. I'll be back on Monday at 9:30 a.m. I also have my workshop, my live Zoom workshop this Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. If you can't make it, you can sign up for it still, and you'll get a recording afterwards. And if you can, I would love to see you there. And ran out of time. Love y'all. Take care.